Welcome. Lovely to see lots of new people and regulars as well. In restorative yoga, we'll be using lots of props. So if you don't have cushions and blankets to hand, you might want to go and get those now. And we'll be using, well, we don't have to use, but it's handy to have this, what we call a bolster in yoga, which is this firm oblong pillow. And if you don't have one, you could roll up some pillows. So lengthways roll up a couple of pillows from your bed and maybe put them inside one pillowcase, and that will kind of act as the same idea as that. So you can get those sorted now. And maybe while you're doing that, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to do in this evening's class. So restorative yoga is a beautiful practice. As the name suggests, we're going to restore the body and mind. And even if you haven't been doing a lot, as perhaps you've been under restrictions or not able to do as much as you usually do, you can still be tired and you can still need rest. And there's one thing to be physically tired, and then you could be mentally tired or emotionally tired as well. And even if none of those apply, you might still be in need of rest, or you'll still benefit from rest. And restorative yoga is designed just to do that. And it might feel like we're doing very little, especially if you're used to a yoga practice that's a lot more active. However, the benefits are immense when we slow down and just allow the body repair and heal. So even if you're not sick, our body is constantly needing to be repaired and regenerated and rejuvenated. And so we'll really look this evening to bring ourselves into our rest, digest and reproduce mode. It's just so healing and so many benefits. And yeah, there's very few people in the world who don't need rest. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. What we'll be focusing on this evening is some ancient Vedic mantras. Now, a mantra is something you repeat in your head, and these ones correspond to certain energy centers in the body. And depending on your beliefs or your understanding of this, you can just use the mantras as a way to focus the mind, or if it's resonating with you and you'd like to explore it a little deeper, the mantras help to balance and harmonize these chakras, they're called, or in Cork, chakra, chakra, which means wheel. So it's a wheel of energy, and these 7 points, these 7 chakras in the body, each have a mantra. We'll be chanting those this evening. And chanting or hearing the mantra will help to bring harmony and balance to your physical body and your energetic body. So there's that aspect to it. But as I said, if you prefer to let go of that more maybe spiritual or esoteric part of it, the mantra will just be an anchor for your mind. So restorative yoga is perhaps less taxing on the physical body, but asking ourselves to stop and be still can be a real challenge for the mind, especially if you're used to doing a lot or used to being distracted all the time. So let the mantra be a real anchor to keep you present, to keep the mind present. And the mind will wander. That's totally normal, totally fine. We're all humans. Just like a boat will steer off course, let's say with a wave, but the anchor will bring it back. So our mind will wander and the mantra will bring us back. The mind will wander, mantra will bring us back. So I'll talk you through them as we go. And if you're in a space where you can't chant out loud, that's okay. Hearing the mantra is quite beneficial as well. You might even like to chant the mantra in your head. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll talk you through more as we go. I think it'd be nicer to do it. Super. So make sure you're sitting comfortably and you have lots of blankets and cushions to hand. And you're always welcome to sit up on a cushion, especially if you're not used to sitting on the floor. And just give your hips a little wiggle and find your center now. Close down the eyes if you feel safe and comfortable. You might like to turn your palms to face up. Just let the hands and fingers be relaxed for now. And allow your jaw to relax and soften. I even invite you now to let your lower jaw open up away from the upper jaw. Maybe stretch your mouth, your lips. Might even like to move your lower jaw from side to side. This is one of the benefits of doing yoga at home. You can make crazy, silly faces if you'd like. Maybe puff up the lips. And then just allow your lips to reclose. The teeth might stay apart. And soften your tongue. And if there's no congestion in your nose, we'll see, can we keep a soft jaw and breath going in and out through the nose for the rest of the practice. And you might not have realized how much tension you were holding in your jaw until now. We tend to notice it in our shoulders and back, but actually we carry a lot of tension in our jaw. And our jaw and pelvis are connected both energetically and physically with fascia. And so tension in one will result in tension in the other. Beautiful. And just allow yourself to be here now. This might be the first time today you've had nothing to do. Or even if you've had a slow day physically, it might be the first time you've consciously done nothing. No distractions. Just you and your breath. And notice what it feels like to do nothing now. It might be difficult to begin with, or maybe it's just bliss. And now I'll invite you to bring your palms together in front of the heart. Namaskar. And we'll open our practice with 3 expansive Oms, allowing the vibration and the energy to just resonate within and around you. We'll inhale for Om. Allowing the energy to settle. And now we'll chant the 7 mantras connected to the 7 chakras. And if you know them, just feel free to chant them and focus on each spot. If they're new to you, you can gently open your eyes. And I'll show you with my hands as we move through them. You can repeat after me. So I'll chant it first, and then you can repeat it afterwards. Om Vu. Together. Om Vu. And we'll take our hands just below our navel. Om Vua. Om Vua. And then just above our navel. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. And then to the heart space. Om Maha. Om Maha. And then to the throat. Om Jana. Om Jana. And then to just between the eyebrows. Om Tapa. Om Tapa. And then fingertips to the top of the head. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. But don't worry too much about pronunciations. We'll go through them slower and more separately later. But I'll chant them through 3 times now. You're welcome to listen or join. Om Vu. Om Vua. Om Swaha. Om Maha. Om Jana. Om Tapa. Om Satyam. Om Bhu. Om Bhua. Om Swaha. Om Maha. Om Jana. Om Satyam. Om Bhu. Om Bhua. Om Swaha. Om Maha. Om Jana. Om Tapa. Om Satyam. Let's release the hands if they were moving. And even just listening to those sounds, if you've never heard them before, that's enough. Just let the energy settle. Beautiful. We'll stretch our legs out in front, maybe give the toes a little wiggle if they've gone to sleep. And we'll take the soles of our feet together. We'll do some warm-ups here before we come into our restorative postures. So you're welcome to hold on to the knees here, especially if they need a bit of support. Spine is tall, and we'll start to circle our torso. Now, this will rock the pelvis on the ground, perhaps. I'm still sitting on my cushion. You can do the same, but you might like to take the cushion out also. And so your jaw's relaxed, and you're just rocking the pelvis in a circular motion. And let's tune into our lowest chakra now, our Muladhara, our root, and it's at the base of your pelvis. So right by your reproductive and elimination organs. Good. And the mantra here is Om Vu, B-H-U. Om Vu. So you might have in the head. Om Vu. Om Vu. And this energy center in the yogic system is connected to our ancestors, where we came from, those who come after us. It's our root, our foundation, the base of our body. It's what keeps us grounded and stable. We'll reverse direction now. So we're really stimulating that area physically and energetically here. Om Vu. Just let that mantra roll around in the head. Om Vu. Om Vu. Om Vu. You might like to get the neck and head involved here as well. Om Vu. Let the focus be in the lower body. Om Vu. Om Vu. Beautiful. 2 more circles here. And then just spiral yourself into stillness. Spiraling the spine. Coming into your center. Let the mantra fall into silence. And just notice how you feel. Notice any sensations around the groin, the inner thighs, the buttocks. Beautiful. We'll just join the knees together now. We'll come onto our hands and knees. If you'd like a folded blanket underneath the knees, take it, especially if you're on a hard surface. We won't be here for too long. And we'll just take the belly to the floor, lift the chest and chin. And then exhale, push the floor away as you round the back. Inhale, chest lifts, chin lift. Exhale, round the back, push the floor away. Inhaling, lift. And exhaling, rounding. Really let the head go, tuck the chin in. Keep going now in time with your breath as we warm up the spine. And the spine is the center of our body physically, but it's also the energetic pathway that connects everything in the body. But it really connects our mind to our body. Lovely. So we're just warming up that pathway now. And just allow that movement come to stillness. We'll step the right foot forwards where the right hand is, and you might like some extra padding underneath that left knee. Press into the right foot and lift your torso. Now we're not looking to collapse fully down into a low lunge here, just a little bit upright. And we'll inhale, raise the arms as you lift up. Exhale, just let the arms float back down. We're going to do this a few times. Inhale, lift, maybe look up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Keep going now in time with your breath. Your inhale breath lifts the arms, and your exhale breath lowers them down. And if you've been sitting all day, this might feel really nice on the front of that left thigh. Opening up the front of the body. Beautiful. And we'll tune into our second chakra now. It's our creative center, just below the navel, at the center of the body. And it's responsible for our reproduction. All creativity comes from here, and not just creating new life, creating solutions, ideas, a meal, creating a home, whatever it is you enjoy creating. And this is Swadhisthana chakra, and our mantra is Om Bhua, B-H-U-W-A, Bhua. Good. Just two more here. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. We'll take our hands down, step the right knee back, and just take the weight on four limbs and notice how you feel. Really check in with the front of that left thigh. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So step the left foot forwards. Inhale, raise the arms. Support underneath the right knee, maybe a folded cushion or blanket. And we're not sinking too far. We're sitting up a little. And we'll begin again. Om Bhua, arms lift. Exhale down. Om Bhua. We're warming up our upper body. And you might notice as you lift the head, the body has to strengthen to keep you stabilized. So we're opening up through the front of the right thigh, the right hip. We're strengthening, we're warming up the upper body, and our mantra is keeping us grounded. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. And as we chant these mantras, like I said, we're harmonizing the energetic centers. So if you have any reproductive challenges, or if you find you're not that creative at the moment, or if you're just looking for a bit of hormonal balance, this is a really beautiful mantra. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. It's also our center of pleasure. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. Inviting more pleasure into your life. Good food, good friends, good company, anything you enjoy. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. One more. Om Bhua. Om Bhua. Hands to the floor. Step the left leg back and take a moment, weight even on four limbs, and just notice how you feel. Gorgeous. I'll just we'll come into our first restorative posture now. I'll help you set it up with whatever props you have. And this is a rotated child, but this is going to be our version of it. Even if you might want to put at the top of the space you're using. And then if you do have a bolster, we'll put it lengthways here so that the top is supported, and then there's a lot, like a diagonal dip down. If you don't have one of these bolsters, rolled up cushions or lots of cushions piled up here so you have support. You might like something underneath the knees and the feet, maybe a folded blanket. And then we'll walk our knees to either side of the bolster or whatever cushions you're using. And you might like another cushion at the top here. And sorry, I shouldn't have said walk your knees. We're actually going to take our left hip to the edge of our stack here. So we've got all our cushions and then our left hip to the edge. The knees can be stacked or maybe separated. And we're going to take our hands, is what I should have said, to the outside of the bolster or whatever cushions you're using, and rotate and twist your body down onto the bolster and turn your head to the same side as your knees. Maybe release the hands and see if you can really surrender here. Now, once you're in the posture, you might feel like, oh, my toe is uncomfortable or my knee doesn't work there. take those wiggles and movements now to get yourself cozy. It could be that you take another cushion between the knees. You might like a blanket wrapped around the feet, or maybe even a blanket over you. With restorative, you want to be as cozy and as comfortable as possible. You'll be holding the postures for quite some time. So just to recap, we've got the outer edge of our left hip towards your stacked cushions, knees are stacked or separated, and you're rotating and twisting the body down onto your supports, releasing the hands, and there's no holding here now. It's total surrender. So you find your version of your pose here. And with restorative, I always say the word fine is banned. You don't want to feel fine. You want to feel glorious, cozy, nourished, supported. So do whatever you can now to be in this position and bring the floor up to meet you. So lots of props. You can never have too many. We're looking for a gentle rotation of the spine as opposed to a deep stretch. And relax your jaw if you can. And just allow the body to breathe for you. There's nothing more you need to do here now. And I'll keep an eye on the space and the time. And you're going to use our next mantra now, the center of the torso, our Manipur chakra. And the mantra is Om Swaha, S-W-A-H-A. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. As soon as the body is still, bring your focus to the mind and to the mantra. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Now enjoy the next few moments in silence, and I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. This is our center of manifestation, of digestion, of transformation. It's the fire in our belly, our passion, our drive, our self-esteem and self-worth. So know you're balancing all of those things here in this posture and in this mantra. So just slowly start to press yourself up to seated. Take your time. Maybe sit just for a moment in the center. Relax the body and just tune into right and left side. Notice how you feel. These moments in between to recalibrate are so important. Beautiful. Do the same on the other side now. So we'll bring the outer right hip to the edge of our blocks or cushions, whatever you're using, and take a hand to either side and rotate. We're spiraling the torso to get as much of the belly down onto our supports as possible, and then turn the head towards the knees. You could be completely different on this side, so approach it as if you've never done it before. Again, perhaps a cushion between the knees or the feet, a blanket over you, maybe some more cushions underneath the head if that doesn't feel comfortable. Your posture, your practice. And make those adjustments now, especially if you found you got a little uncomfortable in the last session, the last side. Make sure you're not just fine, but feeling absolutely glorious. Can you make yourself 3% more comfortable here? Sometimes it could be an exhale, a surrendering into the practice. Letting go of the jaw, fluttering of the eyelid. And now that the body is perhaps settled, let's settle the mind using our mantra Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Knowing you are harmonizable. Enjoy the next few moments in silence, and I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Know I'm holding you, and enjoy. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Gently bringing yourself, be as gentle with yourself coming out as you were going in. Maybe keeping the eyes closed and just experiencing this space now. As the body recalibrates, the energy recalibrates. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. And notice if you feel a pulse or sensation of energy when you say the mantra in your head. There's no right or wrong place, just becoming aware. You can softly open your eyes if they were closed. I'll show you our next posture, Matsyasana, fish pose. So you have a few options here. You might like to take a rolled up blanket, so it has this long shape, and just place it widthways across your mat. And we're going to look to take our middle spine to this support. So not our shoulder blades and not our lower back, but that middle part of our back ribs. And you can lie down, allowing that rolled up blanket to open up your front ribs here, so they're lifting up, your heart is lifting up to the ceiling. And you can stretch your legs out, or maybe bend your knees, soles of the feet together, and let the knees soften out to the side. And the hands might come around either side of the blanket or up and over your head. Now, for some people, especially if the blanket is quite thin, you might not feel much here. And so you're welcome to maybe add a couple of cushions or even double over a cushion to have in that space. If you're familiar with restorative and this posture, you might like to use the bolster. Now, it will be quite high, so I'd recommend a cushion or blanket underneath the head. But the same idea, if you have a bolster, lie the middle of your back here, so you're really rounding and lifting your chest, head supported, legs wherever's needed, arms around perhaps, or up and overhead. Now, a reminder here, especially if you're used to yin yoga, restoration is the opposite. We're not looking to feel any deep stretches here. We're looking to just have a lift of the chest and be as comfortable as possible in this posture. If there's any pulling or drawing on the lower back, then adjust yourself as needed. Beautiful. And feel the center of your chest lifting up wherever, even if it's a fraction. And see, can you surrender all that holding down into the props? Allow the heart space to open up. And this is quite a vulnerable pose, so make sure you're comfortable. If at any stage it just doesn't feel right to be this open in the front of the body, feel free to take it down a notch or come into any other posture that feels good for you. Our mantra here for our Anahata chakra, our heart center, it's our center of love and compassion, not just for others, but for ourselves. And it's our center of unconditional love, loving and connection with no condition. And so our mantra here is Om Maha, M-A-H-A, Om Maha, Om Maha, Om Maha. And physically, it's connected to our heart and our lungs. Over half your lungs are in the back of the body, and so they're getting a deep massage here as you breathe. Your heart is being gently massaged by the lungs, And you're creating space in the front of your chest to breathe deeper, breathe longer. Om Maha, Om Maha. With the mantra as your focus and as comfortable as you can here. Enjoy the next few moments in silence. Know that I'll hold the space and I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Om Maha, Om Maha, Om Maha. The hands are overhead. Just really gently and slowly bring them back down. Take your time, be as gentle as you can. And if the legs are stretched out or the knees are apart, just slowly bring the soles of the feet to the floor, knees bent to the ceiling. Now take one hand to the back of your neck and the other hand to underneath the knee. And now really gently, with awareness, draw yourself together to lift yourself up. Take your time moving slowly. Just take a moment in neutral now and notice how you feel. Allow the energy to return to where it was compressed. Just be aware of any sensations. Beautiful. And making sure you're in a comfortable seat, we'll do a pranayama, breathing energy technique. This is analoma viloma, alternating nostril breath. So make sure you're sitting tall, and those ribs and diaphragm and lungs that we've just opened up have lots of space now. Make pranayama mudra with your hands, so gentle fist and release baby and ring finger. And we're going to use our thumb and ring finger to open and close the nostrils. I'll talk you through. Use whichever hand is dominant. Sit up tall, and we'll exhale together. Close the right nostril and inhale through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Close left, exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one round. Inhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2 rounds. Keep going now. You can make the count longer or shorter. Inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right. Inhaling right, and then exhaling left. And that's 1 round. Know now as you alternate which nostril you're breathing through, that you're not just you're not only balancing your lungs, fueling and developing your lung capacity, you're sending oxygen-rich blood around your body. On an energetic level, you're balancing the right and left side of the body. Your Ida and Pingala Nadi here. If you're familiar with this pranayama, as you inhale, imagine you're breathing into Ajna Chakra, your third eye. And as you're exhaling, you're letting go of any energy there that's no longer serving. Jaws relaxed, and your breath is long and smooth and easy. Finish. And then when you're done, there's no rush. Release both hands. Breathe through both nostrils. And just notice how you feel. Notice how your body, your mind, and your breath feel. can softly open your eyes. We'll keep working our way up through the different chakras. I'll show you our next posture. Come into a version of Ardha Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So I'll give you lots of options here, but the main posture, we're lying flat on our back. And just check there's nothing underneath the head. Unless you're on a very hard surface, you might like just a really thin blanket supporting the head. We're looking to have our chin tucked in here. You can push into the feet, lift the hips, and maybe take a cushion underneath the lower or the buttocks. So not the lower back, but the buttocks. And that's an option. Or you might take a couple of cushions to make a bit more height here. And we're looking for a slope downwards from knees to hips to shoulders, chin being tucked in and the back of the neck long. Or if you have a bolster or you're looking for a bit more height, press into the feet, lift the hips. And again, we're not looking for the lower back to have the bolster underneath it. We're looking for the base of the pelvis, the buttocks. And so wiggle around here and find your position. Hands can face up, arms either side. Or again, you might like to take the arms up and overhead, only if that's incredibly comfortable for your shoulders. Tuck the chin in again. We're looking for that throat lock. Without any tension, just a gentle compression of the throat. And only if it feels nice and you want to let the legs go, straighten out the legs. However, if this causes a lot of strain in the front of the thighs or compression in the lower back, then rebend the knees. We're looking for that slope downwards to fuel the head and throat and the pelvis to be elevated. Beautiful. And we're working with Vishuddha chakra now, our communication center. And this isn't just how we communicate to others, but how we communicate to ourselves also. Sometimes the meanest things we say are to ourselves. On a physical level, we're getting into the thyroid and parathyroid gland here, our center of metabolism. And our mantra here is Om Jana, Jana. So just allow the body to be completely supported now. Be totally at rest. And then let the mind focus on the mantra. Om Jana. Om Jana. Om Jana. Know that I'm holding the space. I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Om Jana, Om Jana, Om Jana. Notice where your thoughts went to if the mind wandered. And without judging or critiquing where they went, just a simple observation here. Now gently pressing your feet into the floor, lifting the hips and sliding whatever was underneath your buttocks out of the way. If you were using a bolster, you might like to let it rest. You might like to push it down and let it rest underneath the backs of the knees. And take a moment here with your back flat on the earth, the ground supporting you, and just notice how you feel. And perhaps you're totally comfortable as you are. We'll move into Shavasana, or relaxation pose now. So lying flat on your back, maybe your legs as wide as the mat. If you'd like some support underneath the backs of the knees, take it. You might like a blanket over you if you don't already have one. If you have an eye pillow, that could be really lovely over the eyes now. You might even like to turn down the lights if it's not too much to move. And this is our total rest pose, where we absorb all the benefits of what we've just done and allow the first 5 chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddha, allow them to enjoy the harmony, the balance we've brought to those energetic centers. Allow the whole torso absorb the benefits of what we've done physically and energetically. There's nothing more you need to do now but breathe, and the body will do that for you. So on your next exhale, just surrender into here. Know that I'm here holding the space. I'll tuck you all in energetically with the sound of my voice. Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana. Just allow yourself come back into the space if you've wandered. Notice the parts of your body touching the earth. Become aware of the air on your skin. And now prepare your body and mind to move. Just introduce any gentle movement that you feel called to do. It could be a yawn, a stretch. You might like to keep your eyes closed and your focus inwards. See if you can maintain this inner stillness. And our yoga postures and pranayama are designed to prepare the body and mind for meditation. And so we'll bring ourselves into a comfortable seat now and close our practice with a meditation. So sitting up tall, whether it's on a cushion, on a chair, leaning against a wall, take whatever support you need. You might like that blanket wrapped around your shoulders. And we'll do one more round of Anuloma Viloma, preparing to meditate. Gentle fist with your hand, release baby and ring finger. We'll open and close the nostrils with the thumb and ring finger. We'll exhale together. Close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. That's one round. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Two rounds. Keep going now. And as you breathe, feel the breath travel up through the nostrils to that space between the eyebrows. Ajna chakra, your third eye. As you exhale, feel the energy that's no longer needed clearing out through that nostril. Inhale, breathing into the Ajna. And our mantra here is Om Tapa, T-A-P-A. Om Tapa, Om Tapa, Om Tapa, Om Tapa. Keep going now. Chanting the mantra in your head. Keeping that awareness on the space between the eyebrows. And as soon as you're done, release the hands, breathe through both nostrils. Om Tapa, Om Tapa, Om Tapa. And this is our third eye. We have two eyes for seeing outwards, and this is our third one for seeing inwards, our center of intuition. Let that mantra go now. And move your awareness up to the crown of your head, Sahasrara chakra. This is our connection to the divine, the source energy, whatever you believe that to be. The sun, the moon, God, Allah, whatever belief system or source of universal energy you want to focus on. And our mantra here is Om Satyam, Satyam. Om Satyam. So let that mantra be your focus now. I'll hold the space. When the mind wanders, come back to the mantra, back to the crown of the head, and I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. Om Satyam. Allowing the mantra to fall into silence and becoming aware of the whole of your head. Notice your neck and shoulders, arms and hands. Become aware of your torso, your pelvis, your legs and feet. Feel your whole being present here now, in this space, at this time. Feel yourself firmly connected to the earth, noticing the parts of the body that are. Now I'll invite you to bring your left hand to the center of your chest Right hand to your belly. And just notice the humanness, the realness of your body beneath your hands. And now listening to these words by Deborah Ann Quibell. Don't try to speed things up when they naturally slow down. Life is not to be lived in a straight line, and time does not only move forward. Someone is seeking you. If you rush on with your own agenda, the visitor will show up at your door and find you gone. Instead, light a candle and place it in the window of your heart. Nestle into a warm pillow of trust and gaze past the misty glass into a life that enlarges you. There will be a quiet knock on your door. Your seeker will arrive when you stop obsessing about their arrival. And you will revel in wonder. The two of you will laugh heartily at how you almost rushed on and left home. So don't try and speed things up when they naturally slow down. Allowing those words to resonate with you if they do. And seeing if you can keep some of this peacefulness now throughout your week, especially if things are opening up and there's a lot more going on where you are. Slowly bring our palms together in front of our heart, Namaskar Mudra. And we'll close our practice with the Akhanda mantra, 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace within you, peace around you, and peace everywhere for everyone. Take this peace now and share it with everyone you interact with this week. Rub our palms together. And when they feel nice and warm, just offer them up to your closed eyes and maybe let the head rest down into the hands. Let the hands support the head. When you feel ready, blink your eyes open into the darkness of your hands and lower your hands back. We close our restorative practice this evening. Bow our heads. Namaste. It's my absolute pleasure to guide you this evening. Take your time, there's no rush moving, and you're so welcome to just switch right off. But if you have any questions, I'm here. And I hope you all sleep well.